Hello and welcome to the Rambling Peach. I hope you enjoy our little video on how to grow and root yellow trumpet flowers, the bush itself. Hey guys, I wanted to come on here a second and let you guys see how I root my yellow trumpet bushes every year. And it's super simple. And I'm going to tell you ahead of time, I don't normally root and pot my plants in the kitchen. But it's like 16 degrees outside, so I decided, what the heck, I just did this. Let me see if I can get it turned down here to where you can see it. Okay. This is a water heater pan that I have put a puppy pad in and I have just set my plants in here. Now, first of all, guys, in the fall, when your angel trumpets have quit blooming and you know you're going to have a frost, you need to cut them off. Cut off the bigger pieces from the size of maybe your little finger or a pencil down, and cut them off in, anywhere from 6-8 inches to maybe 5 inches, something like that. And they'll have all of these little spots on them, and eventually those little spots will root. I'm going to show you this one. These have been in water now for, let me see if I can, a little closer. Sorry about you shaking so bad. I guess that one's down all the way. Bring this one down. Whoops. There we go. Okay. This one is one, it looks like this at the top. Doesn't have any limbs on it. You've done cut back all your leaves. And you just stick them in fresh water. Cut them off in like 6-foot lengths. And when you get home with them, I do a fresh cut at the bottom. And I just put them in a container, a glass, whatever, and put them in there. And they may not do anything. They might not do anything for a month. And then they may start rooting in a week. You just never know. So I had about 20 pieces that I cut this time, or a friend of mine cut and brought to me. And so we stuck some in the greenhouse in some beds that were already there just to see if they would root there, but I knew that they would root in here. So we have rooted all of them except for the ones that I put out there. Out of those 20, the ones that I put out in the greenhouse may or may not make it. We don't really know. The last time I really pulled back and looked, it looked like I had one little bud about, oh goodness, let me find one. Okay, here's one. See this one? These were all put in water at the same time, guys. Look at this one. It's just now starting to do something. So the one in the greenhouse was about the size of this little bud, if you can see that. And so you just put them in water and wait. You never know. Now I changed my water out, guys. I'm looking up here. I change my water out every week on the week, regardless of whether it looks dirty or not. That keeps, just nasty water from getting in there, things getting slimy and stuff. Okay, I have brought me some small pots. I prefer to pot mine in pots this size. As you can see, yellow angel trumpets. All right, this one has already started putting off a good leaf from the bottom. It's got a new bud coming in right here. But these have got so many roots on them that I had to do something with them. The roots were breaking in the water when I was changing the water. So I'm going to I've got a little old plastic bowl here, and I'm gonna pour out a little dirt, and I'm gonna move it over as far that way as I can. And I'm going to just stick this in here like this and gradually put a little dirt around it. Now you don't want to pack it down tight because you don't want to break those roots off. So you just kind of poke it a little bit Now I've already had this soil sitting wet and getting it climatized in the house, so it's going to pack pretty easy. And I'm just putting my dirt back around it, and it's falling in. Since it's wet, it's falling in mostly in all those little air pockets. But when we get through, we will add some more water to it just to be sure that we got it all done. And that's about it, guys. Just like that, you've got your plant planted. You can pack it down a little bit, but you don't want to pack it down much. And you just keep going with all your little plants. Some of mine probably need bigger pots than what I've got, but you know what? You have to deal with what you got, and this is what I had out there in the shed at the time, and it was too cold to go, look, there's a piece of gravel in there. It was too darn cold to go out digging around for some bigger pots. So we're gonna do this, and by March, see, I will be able to put these in bigger pots, and they will have a lot more roots, but the roots will be built up inside these little pots good. And then I can take them and sell them, or I can give them away to friends, you know, just whatever. Or if you just have a plant or someone has one and you like the way those look. I see that one had a little, where'd it go? There it is. We don't want to completely cover up that little doodad. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a little tiny one right there. We don't want to completely cover it up because we want it to continue to grow out the pot. And I'm just going to pack this dirt around, not hard, just kind of tack it in there like this. It's a piece of bark. All right, we don't want to cover it up completely where that little bud is right there. We're just gonna do this. All right, there's another one done. All right, let's get another big pot. It's so easy to do this, guys, and you just don't realize how easy it is to grow something and get it going and have a beautiful plant that will be already blooming come spring, ready for blooms come spring. Now, I don't usually add, this is good soil, and I don't usually add, I put perlite, I guess that's how you say it, in my soil when I'm doing it. And this has perlite, black cow manure, some regular old cheap potting soil because, like I say, I had to get some and bring it in. I had it out there at the greenhouse, but it is just too cold to do. So I just said to heck with it. I'm going to do it right here at the table. I'll clean up my mess before my husband gets in and sees it because he'll have a heart attack. And so I've got that one done. Let's see, we got another one over here, but that one, see, we're gonna let it go for a while. And we have, whew, there's one that needs potting bad. And I think we'll let these two go for a while. Okay, the next one is going to be this one. Same thing, we're gonna do it the exact same way. We're going to curl these roots around, kind of spread them out here in the pot. And I'm going to be keeping these in the house until this frigid vortex of hell freezing over. So they've been saying around here. Oh, geez. Is over with before I put them back out in the greenhouse, because even though I'm running a heater out there in the greenhouse, a little propane heater, I don't want to have to run it all the time. And so I'll be keeping these here in one of the back bedrooms or something and keeping water on them about twice a week until probably March. So it's only another month and a half, guys, and I can handle that. I'm going to add a little more dirt to this one off of another pot. That's it. Okay. And I'm going to let this go. So, these two right here, I'm going to, my hands are all dirty. I'm gonna rinse them off. And don't be looking at my dirty dishes and my counters because it's cold and everything's piled up, guys. But I'm gonna take these two and rinse them off. This is how I do it. Rinse my little jar, my little old glass out. I don't know where this glass came from. There's no telling. Something that some of the kids have drug home from somewhere. It's just a little plastic glass. I rinse it out good. Put some fresh water in it. And put these back in. Now, I don't want it completely underwater, but I don't want to stop them from being near the water either. So you see, these are in the edge of the water. And these will be rooting and continue to root until they get as many roots on them as these others. So when these two get through, we will have 10 plants, not counting this one, and I've already given about 8 away that well, not 8, about 4 away, 4 or 5 of these away for Christmas. Ones that I already had in pots, kind of like this one, but they had maybe 3 or 4 more sprouts like this one here. And so we're going to just sit this on here, get rid of this one. And then we would take this over to the sink or your watering can or whatever, and we're going to water these in again. Even though the soil is wet, we still want to rinse down this dirt until it packs around the roots really good, guys. And we'll let these sit, because this little container just is one I picked up from, I don't know, probably something that I bought in the past and just hung on to it. This is the only one I put in the little, no, I put 2 in the little tiny pots. But anyway, I got these, and I will set them probably on the edge of the sink and let them drain out completely. Let the water drain out. And then when we're through, I'll set them back in the back bedroom and probably this whole thing and put it across the old clawfoot tub so it doesn't fall in. And they'll have plenty of sunlight coming in the window there in the back bathroom. We call it the back bathroom. It's actually the guest bedroom and bath. But we hardly ever use it. In fact, my dogs sleep in that bathroom a lot of times, especially in the summertime. And we'll let them sit there, and I'll go in and check on them every 3 or 4 days. Add new water when it starts to dry out, guys. And we'll have some beautiful plants to either sell, give away, or plant out in our yard somewhere.